Okay, we all go together or we go one at a time.
Here it is, here it is. Truck to refrigerators to dumpster, 360 spin onto the palace, backflip gainer into the trash can.
Yeah, gainer! Yeah!
Hardcore, parkour!
Parkour!
I'm right behind you, Andy! Come on!
Yeah!
Character controllers are important, to say the least. The way a character moves and feels in a game is so important that the subject of character movement, of the way a character feels, is such a large one that you can make 100 videos on it alone. It takes time to perfect, and it can make or break your games. Think of popular games and their competitors like Super Mario 64 and Crash Bandicoot, Call of Duty and Medal of Honor. While all the games I just mentioned are good, there's clearly two that stood the test of time, and it wouldn't be too far from the truth to say that character movement and innovative gameplay set these games apart. So in this devlog, we're going to be talking about movement. And to set ourselves up for success, one of the first things we'll begin with is the character and how it moves and the way it feels. More specifically through animation and the physics that affect the character. At the end of this video, we won't have a perfect character since there's no such thing as a perfect character, but we'll be closer to our end result. I also think it's important to mention that our character will most likely continue to change through the development process, but setting up a foundation is key to moving forward. So, meet our main character. I realize you've seen him before, but I also realized that I did not give him the love he deserves. As mentioned before, much of the art we create for this game will be made by my colleague Greg, who will also be providing the music. Link to his stuff below, you're gonna want to check him out. So right off the bat, we're going to want to get this character controller closer to where we want it and build on that foundation. I first got rid of the pre-existing character to replace it with our own. And I'm still perfecting this transition, but it's the best I can do right now with my understanding of it. And we're going to want to change out these animations with our own. I don't want to just replace them. I've tried and it has responded in a very strange way that I might go into a little bit in a video, I'm not sure yet. But what we'll do instead is add in our own keyframes into the current animation and delete the other frames. I followed a super helpful tutorial made by Ketra, probably butchering her name, sorry. Go check her out on how to do this because I never understood why the animation window was grayed out and I couldn't make my edits. So it was really annoying, but she helped me out and it was fantastic. I currently have my idle and running animation implemented. Greg just sent me the jump animation, so I'll have those 3 core movements in, and I'm just super pumped to see that it's working how I want it to work so far. So the current character controller does have an attack function. With tweaking the character itself, I'm getting some really strange movements with it, with the attack box specifically. So I'm definitely gonna have to dig deeper into it to figure out what is going on. Our main character won't be actually punching, he'll be shooting. So I'll definitely have to dig deeper into that, and I might just have to implement my own attack function. So with those animations implemented, it will allow us to get a feel of our character. And that kind of leads us into the physics, how our character feels. More specifically with gravity, and our character is going to be jumping from platform to platform, and I want to make sure that it feels really crisp. I feel like I say it every time. This is not a sponsor from Thomas Brush himself, but this character controller is made by him, and I just want to give all credit due. It's amazing, and it's got everything we need so far. So yeah, as previously mentioned in this game, you are a kid, and I want the player to feel like a kid. So when we come across, enemies with guns, we're going to want to avoid them at all costs because it's not going to take much to take you out. So instead of facing them head on like you would in another game, you might want to avoid them by climbing a tree to get the best outcome and move forward. So naturally, platforming and maneuvering carefully will be key to surviving in this game. To begin this process of figuring out what that looks like, I'm just going to place a few platforms around here and jump on them and sort of experiment with the character now and kind of see where I want him to go from there. cool. So I'm pretty happy with the way this character moves right now. There's going to be a lot of other things implemented into the game, but like I said, this character is going to be evolving with the game, and changes are natural with that process. I think next time I really want to start bringing in some of the beginning level and build that out so we can get a better understanding of how the world will be laid out in real time. And I'm really excited for that because that'll really start bringing to life what we envision for this game. So yeah, thanks again for being here. Hit that like and subscribe button. We got a ton of cool things coming that you're not going to want to miss out on. Yeah, you're not going to want to miss out. So have a great rest of your day, and we will see you all next time. Have a good one.